What's going on YouTube? Masex back with another video, and like I said in my most recently posted video looking at the top 5 running backs for the 2024 draft class, we're going to look at another position, and today's position will be the quarterbacks. Everything's fluid right now. So much can happen between now, bowl games, and then all the pre-draft stuff. So all this is fluid, but we're going to be taking a look right now. My top 5, of course, but we're going to go ahead and hop straight into it, looking at these top 5 quarterbacks. And without further ado, let's get to it. All right, let's start off at number 5. My number 5 quarterback in this class is Bo Nix out of Oregon, listed at 6'1", 216 pounds. I've mentioned Bo Nix in several other videos, big boards, mock drafts, and whatnot. Bo Nix, honestly, has really turned his career around. Benefits of the COVID eligibility year, giving collegiate athletes that extra year, and Bo Nix is taking full advantage. Here at Oregon in his second year, transferring from Auburn originally, but in his second year, he's playing some of the most efficient football that you're going to find in a college quarterback. He's improved greatly as a pocket passer. He's a dual threat type of guy. He has a modern day play style that's similar to a lot of the quarterbacks in the NFL that are garnering a lot of success. He has really good mechanics, above average arm strength, not elite, but it's above average, and he can basically make that play if he needs to make that play. As far as his overall ceiling, how good is he in comparison to him being a fifth-year quarterback, a fifth-year starter? I do feel in this Oregon offense, he probably is more of a system quarterback. In the Oregon system, there's a lot of pre-snap assistance on the sideline. I still feel that he's played well enough the last 2 years for Oregon. He's a top 5 quarterback. Next, my number 4 quarterback in this class is Shadur Sanders out of Colorado, listed as 6'1", 210, 215 pounds. This position is pending. I recently made a video. His father, Deion Sanders, feels that he's going to come back for his senior year. I was debating back and forth if I should put him on this list. He technically has not confirmed if he's going to stay his senior year or if he's going to go into the draft. So I'm going to put him on this list at number 4. I really like Shadur Sanders. I do think that he has top 2, top 3 upside ceiling in this quarterback class. He can distribute and dissect pretty quickly. He's very tough, mentally and physically. He did get dinged up in their blowout loss to Washington State. He's had probably one of the worst offensive lines in the Power 5. Honestly, he knows he's going to get hit and smacked around several times throughout the game, but he still keeps his eyes downfield. If you watch him, horrible run game. He has no support in that. He's a dual threat guy that can extend the plays, but he does prefer to stay in that pocket and slice you and dice you. He's a high IQ type of guy. I can tell that he watches football. He watches film outside of the game. You can really tell by the way he carries himself, but as he's playing the game, you can really see that. Now, ball security is a red flag, but sometimes you got to know when to live to fight another down, especially with the O-line that he has. And sometimes he puts himself more in harm's way, which puts his offense in harm's way. He's got to get rid of the ball. At number 3, I have Michael Penix Jr. out of Washington, 6'3", 210 pounds. Transfers to Washington. Kind of similar to Bo Nix, one of the older quarterbacks in this class. Been in the college system for a very long time. How good is he really? But when I watch him on film, I mean, the guy is an assassin with that left arm. He's very accurate. Will spread the ball around. Kind of similar to Bo Nix, he transitioned his game even more to the other side of the spectrum than Bo Nix, because he's a pure pocket passer for Washington. And at IU, he was a dual threat, ran just as much as he passed the ball. So it's been really impressive to see him. He reads coverages very well. You can tell he's very experienced and has taken a lot of snaps in college. The last 2 years at Washington, he's been healthy. He's been clean. But the first 4 years at IU, he lost every season due to season-ending injury. That is something to be of concern, the medical histories and the medical red flags. And we'll have to see with his Washington team. As of right now, this recording, they're undefeated. They're a top 6 program in the nation. If he continues to pick up steam and ball out the rest of this season, who knows? He might be a day 1 pick. At number 2, I have Drake May out of North Carolina, 6'4", 225 pounds. He's the prototypical QB with the size, the skill traits. You're going to see a lot of Justin Herbert comparisons. When he wears his uniform, he looks like Justin Herbert. And he has all the traits to be an elite quarterback at the next level, an all-pro type of quarterback. He has excellent arm strength. He can drive the ball. And I'm not just talking about deep throws, which he's very good at, but I'm talking about zipping that ball in tight spaces on intermediate routes. He can make every throw. He has the talent and the traits. A lot of throws he makes you just can't coach. When you watch him, sometimes it does look like he takes a little while to process different defenses. And that could be an issue regardless of all the traits and the talents. A lot of these uber talented quarterbacks struggle on the next level because these defensive coordinators can scheme so many complex defenses, and that could be an issue for Drake May when it comes to turnovers and leading his team to score points at the next level. But I do feel that Drake May possesses all the traits and the talents to be an elite quarterback. And all right, at number 1 we have Caleb Williams out of USC. All season long, preseason, since his Heisman in 2022, he's been mocked as the number 1 pick, whoever will have that. And then he's also been projected as the top player on pretty much every big board that I've seen. One of the best off-script quarterbacks that I've personally ever seen. But sometimes that does get him in trouble. Sometimes that flat route's there. He's not going to throw it. Sometimes that check down to the running back is right there, and he does not throw it at times because he wants to make that big play. He wants to put on a show, and he wants to chuck that ball 40 yards down the field. But at times, that's really put his offense in compromised positions. Nonetheless, he's one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen come out of college. Dual threat guy. He fits the modern all-pro-like quarterback in today's era where they can use their legs, but they prefer to kill you in the pocket. Crazy arm angles. That's where he gets the Patrick Mahomes comparisons because he can fit the ball with the angle and trajectory of how he throws pretty much into any route. Powerful build like a Jalen Hurts, really thick built type of guy, and I really like that from a durability standpoint. Caleb Williams has all pro written all over him, but no player is perfect, but he's definitely the number 1 quarterback in this class. All right, these are my top 5 quarterbacks for the 24 draft class. Of course, it's very fluid. If you made it this far, I deeply appreciate it. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, man. And subscribe, support this channel. Like the video if you enjoyed looking at the rankings. If you got some disagreements, go ahead and put that in the comment section. Who is too high, who's too low? I'm really curious. I'm open for a debate, like I said before in a previous video with the running backs. Most likely I'm right and you're wrong, but we can still talk about it. Stay tuned and be on the lookout. I got some other positions brewing for y'all. Top 5, we're going to look at every position if you're a football fan, like I said. But I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video. Cheers!